Morning, morning. How's everyone? Oh my goodness. Back to work, I guess, everybody, huh? Back to work. Ho hum. It was you should at least be happy that you made it through. You made it through. You are alive. You're part of the crew that made it through. The Undertaker's bell did not come and get you, and you're still here. Yes, you're here. Yes, you are. So, oh my God! Now we just have to warn off the gremlins of the new year. And, but I'm glad to see you guys. I'm glad to see you all with me. And we carry on as we try to make it through yet another year, as we try to move forward and make it for another year. Myself, I'm going to try to be on time and actually hit the 10 o'clock slot. That's my New Year's thing, to actually be on real people's time, not retired people's time. That's what I'm going to try to do for you all this year. I'm going to try. Not much of a news day today. What we're going to talk about is some MC protocol, actually 3 MC protocol questions. Our prospects members. Today on Black Dragon Biker TV, we're tackling 3 long debated questions that every motorcycle club eventually has to face, but few are willing to discuss honestly. These questions go to the heart of membership, transparency, and modern MC culture. Today's big questions: 1, are prospects members or not? Are they members or not? Are prospects members or not? A lot of people argue that prospects aren't members at all and therefore aren't entitled to any privileges. Others believe prospects are members in a limited but real sense. So which is it? And what does membership actually mean inside an MC if they are members? Number 2, should prospects be allowed to see the bylaws? Some clubs refuse to let prospects see the bylaws until after patching, a position that a lot of folks like me believe makes absolutely no sense. How can someone commit to an organization without knowing the rules, the expectations, the disciplinary process, all of their rights and privileges? So, is withholding bylaws protection of the club, or just control or freaking modern hysteria? Number 3, should MCs recruit on social media? More clubs than ever are using social media to attract new members. Is that a smart adaptation, a violation of protocol, or just the reality of modern times? And if it does violate traditional protocols, should protocol evolve or stay frozen in time? So what we're going to break down today is, what is a prospect really, legally, culturally, and functionally, according to me, Black Dragon, and my co-hosts. Why transparency matters before patching, how secrecy can damage clubs, the risks and rewards of online recruitment, and whether MC protocols should adapt to modern times. So join myself, Lavish T. Williams, and Dr. Logic for a thoughtful, no BS discussion on prospects, bylaws, and recruitments, and how clubs can survive without losing their identity. I'll be back in 1 minute and 7 seconds after this brief introduction, and we'll get things rolling. Thank you for hanging out with me since 2016. And our show today, our prospects members, bylaw secrets, social media recruiting, Black Dragon Biker Talk, real talk on MC protocol. Back in 1 minute and 7 seconds.
Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. Get yourself educated by his books, then you'll learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen and hit subscribe to get updated Biker News with MC protocol. A lot of phonies popped up on this YouTube Biker News craze came about, but the man on this channel is the first to do it and the only one that never sold out. His name's Black Dragon. Started the Navy and hit the sea, repping Uncle Sam. They traded that uniform for the best from the mighty Black Sabbath. Not the band, I'm talking about the mighty Black Sabbath. MC, we're paid to to national P. All the copycat creators and the content stealers and haters. There have been many, but there's only one larger than life. Like Michael with the cowboy hat, the nose kung fu and says kick game. Black Dragon Biker News. He's on YouTube. Black Dragon Biker News. You self-educate by his books and you learn how to move. Black Dragon Biker News. He covers it all. So click on the screen, hit subscribe and get updated Biker News with MC Protocol.
It's your boy Black Dragon. Welcome to Black Dragon Biker TV, the Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker News you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. And allow me to introduce my co-host, the one, the most incomparable, as we are the only motorcycle club and MC Protocol channel in the whole wide world to have our very own Dr. Logic in the house.
What's up, everyone? What's going on, Black Dragon?
Nobody's gonna push me around.
Yes.
I know you can hear me. I got my mic off mute this time.
Say what?
I know you can hear me. I got my mic off mute this time.
Yeah, what'd you say?
You said, yeah, what did I say? I said, what's up, Black Dragon?
What's up? I couldn't hear you over the music.
Oh, okay.
It's loud. It's louder for me than it is for you guys. I'm a little more harder of hearing than y'all. Yeah. How are you this morning? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I talked to you yesterday. I think we talk every day.
Did we?
But Happy New Year to you. I didn't get the chance to spend any time with you yesterday. I felt alone. I felt, kind of alone. Without you and Logic, you and Lavish here.
I get caught up in things.
Yeah.
Why am I hold on a second. Can you hear me?
Just fine.
Why my indicator on my stream on my roadcaster?
Okay. Lavish says, I'm coming. I'm about to get on. Hey, I got one too. Don't try to act like I don't have one.
My indicator is not indicating.
You're gonna have to check your
Oh, a second. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it on because I can't hear myself.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Hey man, going live is tough, man. Going live is tough. Social media should be used to promote the club, but not as a means to prospect. There is not a replacement for twisting his throttle and laying down miles. Oh, Shane McAllister, it's good to see you this new year. Shane, on with the very common sense statement there. I agree with you 100% on that. New man Christ 87, what's up with you? Notifications on BDZN didn't go out, didn't get one anyway. Yeah, a lot of people are not getting my notifications as I am shadow banned. I am being shadow banned. We are considered a 18 plus channel because we talk about 1% stuff. We're called a 1%er channel. I don't know why they see us that way. There's no 1%ers on here, but they see us as a 1%er channel, and we're shadow banned and all kinds of stuff going on with us. But we're listen, we've been fighting with YouTube for 10 years now, and we will continue the good fight. So Lavish is coming on. I really want him on this show today because he is very opinionated and a lot of times is completely against my opinion. But we're looking at these three hot button topics. The first one is, are prospects members or not? Are they members? And if they are members, do they get any privileges or are they not members? And I called Lavish up this morning And the first thing he said was, no, they're not members, which I love it. I love it because I was like, oh, this is going to be a great topic because as far as I'm concerned, prospects, and I wish, you know what? I wish I had a drum roll. I need to get
You can't
a drum roll.
can't hear me.
Huh?
You can't hear me?
I hear you just fine.
Oh, okay. I was trying to test to make sure my system was up.
But you weren't saying nothing.
I did. I said, can you hear me? I said,
Oh,
can you hear me?
that was the test? Okay. I thought you had tested before that. How you going to test it? You didn't say nothing. Okay, so you're good now?
I believe so. Yeah, I can see my stuff. I can't hear myself in my headphones, but I don't know why.
Stephen Duncan, correct. Prospects are not members. He agrees with Lavish.
Well, I was going to say this when we was going through our stuff, and we was talking about our protocols and everything, and that came up actually in the meeting, and they said, well, and I don't know if this is anywhere else. I don't know if anybody else ran into anything like this. They said you wouldn't show your prospects, people that are just looking at your organization to come in. You wouldn't show them your bylaws because people like to steal bylaws.
And do what with them?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's what I was told when we were going through our stuff.
Yeah.
You want to show your bylaws to everyone.
So
I'm like,
say that again. Say that again, because that's interesting. Say that again.
Okay, I said that when we were going through and we was writing our bylaws up and looking at people coming in to join us, I was told don't show people your bylaws because people out here steal bylaws. I didn't understand why, but I said, okay, because I'm being taught, and just like our bylaws of our church, only people that have the right to see our bylaws of our church are church members. You can't just come into a church service and say, I'm not a member of your church. I want to see your bylaws. No, you're not. I want to see your constitution.
Do churches have hangarounds?
No, you just have visitors.
Okay. So
hang around a church.
Well, and they are. Listen, I told you the story about Easter and how that one pastor of the church that I was going to decided that if you weren't coming every Sunday, he wanted to draw a distinction between people who came every Sunday and didn't hardly come at all. And so he told the people that came every Sunday, Easter Sunday's coming, and we'll be able to know the visitors from the real church folks because all of us are going to dress down and they're going to dress up and we're going to clown them like you only came for Easter. And man, when we went to that church for Easter that day, all them people wearing jeans and stuff. I had my brand new suit on. Everybody was looking at us crazy, man.
The ones that felt bad, huh?
That I felt like I felt like I didn't belong there, and I never came back ever again after that BS. But I got a question. Williams, what's up with you, man?
Oh man, slow motion.
I thought it was a process.
I
thought it was because we're talking about prospects. But I thought it was a process because I was reading what Shane McAllister said. I thought it was hang around, then prospect, then full patch member, correct? A hang around is just somebody, y'all correct me wrong because I've never been in an MC. So y'all correct me. A hang around, this is what I heard, is the person getting to know the MC. And then if you make it as a prospect, it's the MC getting to know more about the individual. I heard that somewhere before.
That's partially correct.
Okay.
Partially, in my opinion. And in my book Prospects Bible, I make it very clear. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's asking, can you hear me this morning? And in my book, The Prospects Bible, we make it very clear that in my opinion, prospecting is a two-way street. The club is prospecting and the MC and the prospect is prospecting. The club is prospecting for the prospect and the prospect is prospecting for the club. So to me, it's a two-way street. You need to show me as much as you're asking Now, other people feel differently. Hey, it's our club. We're up and running. And if you want to be a part of this thing, then you have to do everything to please us. Wingman here says it to me. I like it. If you give them a uniform with your tribe's name on it, they are a member. If they do something on the set, the whole club will be accountable. If they get on the news, you get on the news. So they're members. I absolutely agree with that. What do you think? We talked about this for a second this morning. You don't think they're members, right?
No, I don't. I mean,
and this is a national vice president of a motorcycle club here. We want to get that on record.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for putting that out there, right? So, I mean, this is just my opinion on how things go, man. For me, and everybody's club is structured totally different to fit how they want it to fit. But just because you prospect or you're a probie in my club does not mean you're gonna make it. So why am I gonna open up all of our secrets and all of our bylaws and everything up to you when you might not even make it through, or we might not even want you?
Well, I think you're wrong.
I mean, and that's your opinion. I mean, if you probie and prospect, you can ask questions and you get answers, but we're not going to take you to the secret vault and just put everything out there on the table. And then, 7 months from now, when you figure out this is not the perfect fit for you, or we don't want you here, you can expose everything out to whoever else or whatever other club that you're going to. That makes no sense. That's like me saying, "Hey, let me welcome you into the house, and here's the code to my safe."
They're going to expose.
You said what?
To the world. What
you might have certain things in your bylaws. You might have certain things in your bylaws you don't want to expose to people outside of your organization.
I mean, come on, Black Dragon, you doing the news. You just said in a couple interviews ago about something about the bylaws, about what happens if you get rid of a body or some kind of crazy crap that was going on. That was in somebody's bylaws. Now, what if you got this prospect probie that's a rat, that's an informant, get pinched? Who can validate how,
That's no different than these guys that make full patch.
Club, man. I mean, that's
no different than these guys that make full patch member and go turn and rat out the club too. There's no difference.
That's very true. But I don't want to welcome you in. You change down the road, we deal with you down the road. I don't want to just, and I'm only speaking for Lavish, earn your keep around here.
Here's how I see it. One, prospects wear the club's colors. Bottom rocker in some clubs, top rocker in others. Some get the circle, and you don't get the patch in the middle. They wear your colors, your club's colors. They represent your club 24/7 on rides and events in public. If you get down, they get down. If you fight, they fight. They take risks for the clubs. They back brothers. They handle tasks. They're washing bikes. They're doing all this shit. If something goes down, they're expected to be treated like any patch. Now, if your hang around gets his ass whipped out in the street, that's different than somebody wearing your patch gets their ass whipped out on the street. If a prospect gets his ass whipped out on the street by another club, do you say, "Oh, you're not a member," or do you show up in full colors with all your brothers to whoop some ass because somebody beat up your prospect? Prospects represent the club. They wear the club patch.
Two different scenarios into one. I think you're trying to blend two different scenarios into one. One, a club is going to hold their own because they're going to hold their own. They're not going to make themselves look stupid. So if we rocking with you, we rocking with you. Even if you don't have no colors on and you rolling out with us, we going to stand up and hold you down because you out there with us. On the flip side of things, I think when you are a probie prospect, and we call them probies up here, other places call them prospects.
On the East Coast, probie is a common term. Go ahead.
You still gotta, you still gotta hold your keep, man. It's like playing sports. You sitting on the sideline, you practicing with everybody. We gonna see if you can be a pitcher, if you can run shortstop. We gonna see if you can be right field, center field, left field. but it's not
So you're
promised
not
that you're
a
gonna stay on the
full
team.
patch member. What you're describing is not a full patch member.
You're a
but
person that's trying to
definitely-
make the team.
but
You're
definitely
trying not to get cut.
Definitely. So a guy trying to make the team, trying not to get cut, still has the Orioles uniform on. He's an Orioles.
He is, but it doesn't mean that he's going to stay.
He's not
They
a
might not
full
want him
patch.
on the team. So
He's
then
not
he
a
goes
full
to the opposing team, and he knows the signals, he knows the playbooks, he
Well,
knows.
he's got to know
All right,
that.
he
in order,
knows all.
he's got to
You
know
said
that
what?
in order to be able to even run any bases.
Well, what's the phrase?
I mean, you got to be for real. Like a prospect running with you out there in the streets knows how you get down. He knows the symbol means hey, circle up. He knows the special symbols that the sergeant at arms gives. He already knows this. He knows the secret, especially if he's been prospecting for a while.
So let me say this, because I don't know where you're trying to go. I don't think nobody's going to lead somebody into the blind. They're gonna make them aware of XYZ, but they don't have to totally open up everything to this prospect or probie. You'll get that after you cross over.
Isn't there a phrase that said there's levels to this?
There's a phrase for that and everything, but yeah.
Thinking about it like this. So you're hang around. You're getting certain levels of acknowledgement. You're getting certain information. You become a prospect. You're getting a little bit more information. You get a lot more access, but you do not get full access to everything until you become a full patch member.
Yeah, but bylaws are something that you must know. You are responsible to the bylaws. Can a prospect be fined? Can a prospect be punished? Can a prospect be given extra time? All of these things are bylaws responsibilities.
All of those things is the person that brought you into the club should be explaining to you. And those are questions that you should be asked as you learning the ropes.
And so what we need to do is ask my sponsor, who is actually sitting in this chat. He said something. I'm trying to find it.
I mean, that's like asking your sponsor.
I'm looking at the comments. There's a lot of comments here.
Oh yeah.
Listen, Black Dragon, you saying asking my sponsor, that's an opinion-based question or subject.
Yeah,
every club is totally different.
Every club is different, but we talk about these issues because every club faces the same issues, whether the clubs are different or not. And I saw something that my sponsor happened to write, which was very interesting. I'm trying to get back to it, but he said something like, "What sponsors or what prospects should be shown are maybe entry level things in the bylaws." I got to find it. Here we go. Bylaws. This is my sponsor, Baker, who was one of the guys that taught me everything. My sponsor was actually a guy by the name of Jazz, but Baker, I didn't have the greatest prospect. Baker and DJ took over a lot of those functions for me. They taught me how to write on the set and everything. He says bylaws information for a prospect should be consumption, rules to become a full member, example, what kind of motorcycle you have to have and stuff like that. So in your, what you were saying, levels to it, it sounds to me like he has more of a thought of there are some levels to the bylaws you should get, like maybe what it takes to function or maybe what it takes to belong and maybe not the full thing. What do you think about that, Lavish?
I mean, I guess that's a fair statement.
I mean, because no. I honestly understand where Lavish come from. At the same time, the person that's coming in, they have to understand how to move with the organization. They have to understand. But do they get the entire full-fledged bylaws? No, I don't believe.
I mean, then you gotta. I mean, if you join in the club, listen. I want to take it here, Logic. You ready? You ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
if you plan on joining a motorcycle club and you plan on being around, these different types of people, right? You should already have some type of trust or some type of relationship built. I remember a time that I had to do things and I was covered up and I couldn't see anything. I had to trust the people I was with.
Oh, you're talking about something else.
And I came
You're
in.
talking about blindfolds and all this kind of mess.
Listen, I ain't said what I'm talking about enough.
I know
I'm
what
just
you're
saying
talking
that
about.
I had to trust different people that I was with. And then I had to take different oaths. I had to be stabbed in my chest. You dig what I'm saying?
Too much.
Hey, I'm done with it. But I believe the people that I was with, that they would not do me no harm.
You had to trust.
I had to trust.
You had to be led.
And they didn't tell me anything until I needed to know. And anything else that I needed to know, I had to go out and find it.
Before you joined up, you didn't get to see the bylaws.
And just like, and look, there's bylaws in many different organizations, not just the MC. But like I said earlier, in our church, you don't get to see our church bylaws and constitution until you become a member. Not a guest, not a visitor. A member in good standing. You reading something there, Black Dragon?
Yeah, I was trying to find something to prove something, and of course it won't come up.
I don't think we are really completely opposite of each other. We're not completely antithetical with each other. It's just, I believe, like, I have to teach you, the person that brings you in, your sponsor has to teach you how to function within the organization. That's the get.
We pointing the finger at you.
Yeah.
Hey, you brought them in. You supposed to show. Hey, why he don't know that? Did you let him know this?
Right.
Because you got your boy out here looking bold. You need to holler at him before we holler at him. You brought him in, not us.
And once you make it all the way through, you put that patch on, you're a full-fledged member. And you can have
somebody to join something that they don't even know what they're joining, to me, is ridiculous. Maybe that's why I never went down that road with y'all. I'm not fixing to put on a blindfold and trust blindly somebody I don't know. Kiss my ass with that.
What are you talking
I
about?
ain't doing it.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about now?
Yeah, I'm just listening to him. I'm just listening to him.
I was just commenting off of the statement that was made. Then y'all want to act like I'm not commenting on nothing. Okay.
Yeah, it was a general statement.
I've been snatched you out, bro.
You get messed up.
No.
I don't think so, man.
Yeah, nobody's scared of y'all, bro.
Why you're so floating somewhere?
I'm taking one or two of y'all with me. Shit.
Listen though, but really, I know I see a lot of comments in there, a lot of different thoughts on this, and I believe the prospect more than the hang around. They do need to understand the club. They need to understand what they're getting involved. I see somebody said, "Why would I join something if I don't understand it?" You're right, but
why are you interested in it then?
Right. That's your sponsor. Hey, let me tell you about this. Let me tell you what, because your sponsor knows what they can tell you. I can't tell you everything. Your sponsor knows what they can tell you. And then as you go through your trials and tribulations of making it into the organization, once you get in, you have earned the right to wear the patch, and you have earned to see everything that's going on.
That's not necessarily true, because you got the patch on. You're wearing a patch. So how do you don't have you're not a full patch member, but you're definitely a member. You're a member in probation. You're a probationary member. That's what proby means. It means probationary member. It doesn't mean not a member. It means that you have some form of membership.
Let me give you another.
Say, oh, you're with Zero Club. You were Boogie Down. You got your Boogie Down prospect, right?
Prospect.
When you walk in the door, they call you Boogie Down.
They call you prospect.
No, in some clubs they do not. Don't call a 1% a prospect, and you will have a problem.
Individual? Yeah, I'm talking about the club.
You don't see a 1% prospect and say, "Hey, prospect."
No, you're right.
You might say, "Hey, what's up, outcast?"
No, I wouldn't say that either.
But you don't say, "What's up, prospect?"
I wouldn't say either one. But we're not just talking about OMCs. We're just talking about in general, right? That's what I thought we was talking about. Because I have no.
But in my opinion, you don't have the right to call anybody's prospect a prospect.
Oh, I agree.
Because they're not your prospect.
I was talking about the club members, the full patch members calling their prospects prospect or calling them probie. That's what I was talking about. That's what I was referring to. I wasn't talking about an outsider, somebody that's not in the club. That's okay. I just want to make sure. we gotta be on the same track.
Jason says lavish and logic be like, we're gonna patch you up, get you paying dues, then let you know what you got into after the fact. And that doesn't work for some people.
So here's the thing. This is me again. I don't even try to get people in the club. I don't care about your money because we got our own money. So and I don't even try to get people in the club, man, unless they built for it, for what I feel a person should be in. I don't be in there for the numbers. I don't be in there to say, hey, you got a cool bike. Again, I came in the bike club on, stuff I was on, and I still like to have people that's on that kind of time. No matter how I grew or my growth in life, that's just me. I don't like the new age soft stuff. I'm still, kind of traditional.
MacGyver said the prospect has other things to worry about, like history of the club and founding members. Right. Then to be worried about
then to be worried about the bylaws he's responsible for.
Worry about not pissing off that retired member or that founding member that walks in the door and you don't know who he is, and you say some off the wall stuff to him because you think you're doing your justice as a prospect of probie.
I'm trying to figure out how long the president can become president, who can vote the president out, and what happens. No, I need to understand the history of this organization. What is going on in this organization, and that can be taught from your sponsor. Right. Black Dragon.
Yeah, all those things are taught by your sponsor, but you have a whole lot of things for which you are responsible.
So you telling me, Black Dragon, you telling me in Black Sabbath, when a person puts on, I don't know how y'all did your prospect, but when they put on the prospect patch, you hand them.
Well, no, I wouldn't dare tell you about how we handle prospecting inside the club. That's club business. No, but I will tell you that my opinion, Black Dragon's opinion, is that a person should absolutely be given the bylaws at some point in their prospectship before they cross over. But they need to know about the bylaws.
Did they do that, Black Sabbath?
I wouldn't tell you that.
Hey, lavish.
What did you do to become a Mason?
They didn't do that in Black Sabbath.
What did you do to become? You got stabbed in the chest? Come on.
They didn't do that in Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath said,
you don't know
about this whole patch before you get it.
Don't try it. Don't try it.
Wait, they didn't even. Oh my goodness!
Don't try it.
Okay. I can tell you what. Our motorcycle ministry, you don't see the bylaws until you become a full member.
But you just said because you don't get to see it in your church to become. You guys don't even have hangarounds then.
Where? In what? The motorcycle ministry?
God's Warriors.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so your prospects don't get to know what. I just think it's silly. Myself, I think it's silly. I think a prospect takes a lot of chances and risks for the club, and they are a member, in probation. They're a member under
I don't
probation.
even know, man. Again, a different club.
Do they pay dues? Do your prospects pay dues?
Watch
No.
this.
No, they're not a member yet.
Not a
Yeah.
member.
Well,
They
if you
got
pay-
time. They got time.
There
They
are
got
many-
time as they prospect probie to say, "Hey, this is not for me,"
That's what the hang around period's for.
and they can walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Hanging around. I mean, so again, every club is different. If you hanging around because of someone.
I might not hear him.
You hanging around because of your boy, and you like, hey man, why when you join the club? Or hey man, you know what? I probably want to get down with your club, but you still don't really know what's going on. You just hanging around with people getting familiar with you. Yeah, he comes around. Yeah, he rides this bike. Yeah, he be out here.
1, 2,
You know?
1. Now I can hear myself.
I like Tony Duke says, yeah, you're better now. Your sound just got better.
Why didn't y'all tell me this, man?
Oh, your sound is booming now. Wow.
I don't know. My I can't hear y'all that great voice wise through my headset.
Yeah, everybody's having problems in the new year.
But I sound super loud.
Tony Duke said bylaws and rules should be taught. All rules and regulations should be transparent. Being blindfolded and brought from darkness to light, you were asked whom you put your faith in. On the set, you put your faith in man. Different levels and separate walks. Come on, man. Come on. Different levels and separate walks, he says. Social media is killing a lot of things. It gives misleading views of organizations. Now, this brother right here. Thank you, Tony Duke.
Oh no, let's go back to his thing. that first sentence. He said bylaws and rules should be taught. All rules and regulations are transparent. And that's what I believe I was saying. You could, as you coming in, you're taught these things. By the time you become a full-fledged member and you receive the bylaws and a copy of them, you're like, oh, I've been doing this already. Oh, I was told this because it was taught to you.
You're gonna pretty much know the basic functions and everything. Now you're gonna actually know the critical actual structure on how to
bylaws and rules should be taught.
Navigate things and how to use the bylaws when you have an argument, when you have a dispute, or when you in a meeting and you say XYZ, the bylaws state this, blah blah blah. You got that voice. You actually see the actual terminology, the verbiage.
Mm-hmm.
But you, I mean, to be honest with you, depending on the club, a prospect is learning the bylaws as he's going. It's being taught right. And most of the time when you come into a club, you got 4 or 5 different people telling you, hey,
4 or 5 people who haven't read the bylaws trying to tell you what the bylaws. It's like all these people that tell you what the Bible says, and they don't have any damn idea what the Bible says.
Let's simmer down and let's say this. You got 5. Let's say you got one prospect. You got 5 different people. Let's say 5 different people. If you go down there one day and you're at the bar and you do something or you don't do something, you're going to have at least one of those 5 members tell you something about the bar. Hey, you come to the bar, don't put your helmet on the bar. I'm just throwing something out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's one person that's in that club that might not even be a sponsor, but he's letting you know. You can say, well, why? And more than likely, he'll share with you. You might have somebody else that's sitting around and they see you over at the pool table, and they see someone put the triangle thing down, depending on clubs. And you get a member that call you over and say, hey, go grab that, sitting behind the bar. And you like, oh, okay. And then they might tell you this is the reason why we do it. When they get ready to re-rack it, they have to come to the bar to get it, or whatever the case might be. Somebody's gonna navigate and guide you through certain rules, and they're gonna teach you the bylaws of certain things. And they might not even tell you that, hey, this is in the bylaw, this. Then you have some that might tell you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to know the functions because they want you to be equipped. They want you to know how to move. If you got a great teacher, and I can't speak on every club. Let me not say most clubs. I want to say with the organization I'm with, one of the greatest motorcycle clubs around, Boogie Down, we ain't gonna let you do anything stupid because we got too many old heads that's gonna be on your head for everything that you do that's not correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're getting away from the bottom line.
The bottom line is that you're gonna have someone show you something and they're not showing you the bylaws. They're not saying,
"Hey, teaching."
Man, I've just
They're
been
going to be teaching the bylaws
too
as
many
you move.
situations where you got a dude that ain't even read the bylaws is supposed to be your sponsor. He ain't teaching you shit. He don't know shit.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption.
That's not an assumption. That's an experience. I've seen that. I've
seen people that don't know the bylaws. They skate through. They don't know anything, and they're the ones that look stupid in these because they're always challenged, and they're the ones that's always in trouble. They're the ones without their centerpiece.
And y'all would give them and y'all would give them a prospect. It's just sad to see that sucker get a prospect. And the prospect be just as messed up as they are. Hey, MC Show, I see you, bro. I got you. You coming? It is.
I've seen a lot of stuff in the comments.
It's so interesting. These comments are saying.
I know, right?
Okay, thinking back to being a prospect, I had everything but the center patch and the cookie. So yeah, I was a member in the beginning stage. I saw the bylaws first, said Jerry Smith. I'm on IGU time like Lavis. Said, I don't care about your money. I care about your drive, education, level, consistency, and how you can add to our legacy. Prospect and Proby is important. So he's a guy that says, I don't care about your money. You don't have to pay dues. But the guy coming right after him, UK Kid, said, I had to pay dues as a prospect.
But again, it depends on how your club is structured and ran.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's why you have all the different opinions.
And then look here, you see, MacGyver said something I said earlier. He said
he was in 3 clubs, and you're not gonna,
is dangerous.
Hold on, I'll get to that other statement. But another one he said was, I've been in 3 clubs, and you ain't seeing the bylaws. Period. And I've actually been with him through all 3 of those clubs he was in, through his phases. I've known him that long. They should only know the bylaws that pertain to prospects, says Ken, Sagittarius. Simple. You don't need to know the full bylaws to see how the people move. If you're watching, as you should be, that'll be plenty to see what you're getting yourself into. Steve Duncan says, oh, hell no. Prospects are definitely paying dues.
But listen, you got some clubs, out here, they make you pay an application fee.
Yeah.
So, before you even do anything, they make you pay an application fee.
Absolutely.
Non-refundable application fee.
Absolutely. I believe in the application fee. I'll tell you, we had to know everything. Every founding member's name, club name, God-given name. We had to know addresses. We had to know every person in our club, from food allergies to anything else. Now, that was something that we did as well. Prospects from outlaw clubs don't even get spoken to for the most part by anybody except for their own. And I think that goes to address the question that we talked about, like, would you call somebody from an outlaw club prospect to prospect? And just let me tell anyone
I've learned how to ignore. And I told Black Dragon, let me say this real quick about that. I saw something different. I told you about that when I went back home to New York. When here in Dallas, we really pretty much, I didn't speak to prospects and everything unless they were coming to tell me that, hey man, you need to go over here, blah, 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 move your bike, da, da, da. When I went to New York, I was upstate. Those prospects up there they were like full patch members. They was like, yo, man, no, and I asked my boy, because he was the president of that club. He said, oh man, we don't do that stuff. They prospect, man. They part of the family. Just like that. I said, all right. That's just different. What Blaver's saying, that's just different cultures, different areas, different areas, different ways.
And as you MC across the country, you will see that, especially when you start opening up clubs across the country, because you'll be from one part of the country and you'll turn around and be like, "How dare you?" And they'd be like, "What?" Everybody's like, "What are you talking about? That's not how we get down here." Physique, you're right. For the most part, in most clubs, prospects are not allowed to enter church. If they are, they're damn sure not allowed to say anything. UK Kid says a prospect, he got fined twice, $75 each time. Prospects aren't supposed to pay dues, says New Man in Christ, but prospects do pay dues in clubs. The first time I ever knew that happened was I was watching Sons of Anarchy. And the guy said, okay, The dues are $75 a month. Welcome your prospecting. And that was the first time I ever knew.
Hard to get members to pay dues. You talking about having prospect to pay dues.
But I know many clubs and prospects pay dues. First major step is hang around and make sure it's for you. Yes. BD, would you say fair winds and following seas to someone about to go to Great Lakes? Oh, absolutely. Listen, if you're getting ready to go to Great Mistakes, we called it, and it's getting ready to, and it's winter, the middle of winter, you're going to be cold. It's going to be a bitch. It's going to be a mofo. The first morning when you get there in the middle of the night and they process you in, the first thing in the morning they're going to do is throw a trash can down the middle of the aisle, and you're going to feel like all hell is broken loose, and you're going to cry on the inside and wonder, what the F have I gotten myself into? But it is great training. It is the beginning of your career. You're going to do great things. You're going to be amazing. You're going to be awesome. I want to thank you for joining the United States Navy and becoming part of our brotherhood. And thank you for your service that you will be giving to your country. Thank you for believing and following in the Constitution and those great people that went before you. And thank you for becoming a shipmate. Fair winds and following seas to you. And we will see you when you get out. Let us know how it turns out for you.
Young straight Navy on us, bro. But I give him that because sometimes we go off track. That's all right. Go ahead, Black Dragon. Do your Navy thing, Doc. Do that.
Fair winds and following seas.
That weird thing. Do that bubble neck thing. I mean, bubble head thing. Whatever you called it. Bubble breath. I don't know.
Bubble head. The bylaws are standards of the club. It's absolutely necessary for the prospect to be knowledgeable of the bylaws so they know their left and right. Shane McAllister, I'm with you. Jay, if you quit or get kicked out, you get separated. You have to be separated because you were already a sworn member. But until that's another thing. Do your prospects swear in?
No,
No, man. They don't swear in, man.
Oh, absolutely. Prospects swear in.
Oh, all right.
There's two swears. There's the swear from hang around the prospect, and then there's the swear from prospect to member.
So again, everybody's club function.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally different. I mean, and the verbiage is totally different. You know, we ain't saying no swearing in. You crossing over.
Yeah.
You know, well, so I mean, you know, you
cross over, you take a pledge of allegiance. And I would think,
you know, I don't know how, you know, other people's stuff is. Ours is a little bit but I can't even say what ours is in comparison to, you know, with whoever else's, because we do it up here. Pretty much everybody around here do it the same way. MC, you know, in MC clubs, but then you got social clubs, riding clubs, they do theirs different. You got outlaw clubs, they probably do theirs totally different. So
that's what I'm here for.
No, I can't really
teach you all the right way.
Look, RROOG, he said, do you acknowledge prospects when dapping up the room? That's what I was talking about earlier. I said, when here in Texas, I don't. That's when I noticed something was different when I was in New York. They came in there, yo, I'm prospect logic. And I was like, I just I froze. I'm like, okay. I'm like, really? And so I went straight to the president. I said, hey, man, you know, and that's when I was educated up there.
I mean, you know, prospects around here, man, really, they don't have, again, I mean, coming from where I come from and the way we taught, you know, a prospect don't have a voice. No, they ain't.
Do a prospect even have a name in certain?
No, the prospect's name is Provi. Or prospect.
Right. Well, so how you adapt somebody up and they got a name already?
Our prospects do have a name.
They did?
Yeah, Prospect 23.
I mean, you might have, if you have more than one Proby or prospect in the club, you might have, you know, Proby 1, Proby 2,
yeah,
you know, Proby 3.
That's your name.
You know, the order that they came in or whatnot.
Right.
But we don't have, you know, Proby Mad Dog or Proby.
Right. They didn't get their assigned name.
Some clubs do. Some clubs have Proby Mad Dog, and then he becomes Mad Dog after. Or
yeah.
Got you.
I've seen that, but you know, again, man, I think you know, everybody, you know, does their thing, and if you are older club, you must be doing something right because you're still standing and you got members coming in. So I mean, everything works different for, you know, whatever club it is. And then if you really want to be in that club, you ain't bigger than the program.
Right.
I agree, MacGyver.
MacGyver says bylaws in some folks' hands is dangerous.
I agree. 100%.
And
that's why you got to be careful with who, you know.
I don't think the bylaws in their hands are dangerous, but I absolutely think that the application and agenda of some people is dangerous, and only so far in the fact that they're able to BS everyone around them into thinking that they either know them or try to use them or look at them in a way that's screwed up. Those are what we used to call in the Navy sea lawyers, club lawyers, who are the big litigators and litigious mofos in the club.
Let me stretch that just a little bit. And this is just an example. I'm not going to get too political, but some people, when they get the bylaws, they'll try to find loopholes. Just like some people believe that the current administration, looking at the Constitution, is trying to find loopholes because there's certain things in the Constitution that has never been tested, and there are people out there that will test that.
Oh wow! Okay.
That just popped into my head because, you know, some people like, I'm gonna push what they call push the envelope. Let me see how far I can go, because there's some things in a lot of clubs. This is just, we just do it this way, and it's not exactly written in the bylaws. But then you get somebody, like going back to what MacGyver said, you get somebody to read the bylaws and they like, you know what? I might can just jump up there and just challenge the president because the bylaws don't state that I can't do blah, blah, blah. That's where, and they push that envelope.
Then you also, you know, some things that you got to look at outside of the bylaws is that if you're in a bigger club with multiple chapters, in addition to the bylaws, which nothing, you know, overrides the bylaws, but you have clubs that have, each club have their own club rules.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and they can't interfere with the bylaws, but you have certain, you know, certain club rules that each chapter, even though you're in the same club, each chapter has, you know, different house rules. It doesn't override the bylaws though. But
Let me ask you this then, Lavish. This really came up in a different conversation, different organization. It said the organization was growing, different chapters. And the conversation came up and said, we need to change, quote unquote, the bylaws into a constitution. And then each club or each location has their own local bylaws. Is that something like so you have the big constitution. This is how the organization run. And you got different, this is how we got to run. This is how we run. Now, what you do, if I'm in New York and you in Cali, you know, this is how you run your organization in Cali, but it's still, your local bylaws have to be in line with the quote unquote global constitution.
I don't want to say it like that because what I mean, I guess we riding around the same area, but not really. If I go to any chapter, the bylaws are the same no matter what.
Okay.
Now the house rules might be different because of various different things, just because of the different areas that you live in. The house rules might be different because not all chapters might have a clubhouse. So you know, you have house rules that's stating like, hey, on the party night, you need to be down here at this club, at the clubhouse by a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
But then you might go to one of your smaller chapters and they don't have a clubhouse.
Right.
But their house rule for that chapter is, hey, on every third Friday, we are going to be going to this club over here, or we're going to be doing this. You have just, you know, just different house rules on how they do things because of the area that they're in. You know, you might have a club that has different chapters where in Detroit, you know, a particular club doesn't, you know, they don't pay to come in our club.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because of how we operate up here.
How you operate there.
But then, you know, down in another chapter in another state, they operate totally different. So, you know, they have their own set of house rules. It does not clash with the bylaws, because those stay the same as far as the rules and how the organization as a whole is ran.
Mhm.
You know, because it's times that we go to other chapters, and when we go to other chapters, somebody, you know, have to tell us, no, we don't do that here. Or,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
that's not, you know, how we do that. The president got to let them know, because you got some chapters that's rougher than others.
Mhm.
You got some chapters that's really, you know, laid back and got, you know, a laid back crowd. So everybody kind of moves a
So
little
like if you
different.
have a more in a chapter that's, you know, that's more a little bit, I'm gonna use the word hard, a little bit harder in their area, they go to another area that's more laid back. So man, you don't have to check them as much. We don't check them as they come in.
Correct, because
Yeah.
you get people, you know, and you see it with other clubs. Like, you take any club that goes out of town, it's always some type of chaos, because they're not used to how that other club that they're going to, their other chapter operates, you
Mhm.
know. And then you get different members that, you know, go. I mean, and then you take any mother chapter. I'm just speaking. I could be wrong. Y'all correct me. Most mother chapters, when they pull up somewhere, there's all kinds of chaos.
I've never seen
Thank
it.
you
So
for gifting that gift of membership. We want you guys to get memberships in the new year. Thank you so much, Doug, for gifting a membership to Black Dragon Biker TV. We appreciate that. Absolutely, man. I agree with you guys. Let's get the second question in, because we're almost out of time. And that question is, should motorcycle clubs recruit on social media?
Nope.
why? Now, when you say recruit, does that mean, I mean, because okay, different people will hear that word recruit and think different things. I can't join an organization on social media. But if
I didn't say join.
Okay.
Recruit. Should
okay, so
motorcycle
if
clubs
I'm
recruit?
saying, hey, I want y'all to
Hey,
come by with us.
this this is the new Black Taverns, and if you would like to join a motorcycle club, hey, come hang out with us on the second Fridays at our clubhouse. Hey, we're looking for new members, man. Come hang out. Get with your boy, Black Dragon, in the new Black Taverns MC.
Okay.
Come hang out, baby. It's Moochie,
No,
baby.
man, I don't think so, man. I mean, I've seen it. I don't think so. Again, anything you ask me about stuff, I'm gonna go back to the traditional way
Traditional way. Yeah.
of when it was, man. And I don't think that whole social thing. You don't know who you getting. You
But
don't know
isn't
who
that,
can
but
be
Lambert,
infiltrated.
isn't that what your hang around and prospect period is for?
Correct.
You do know what you're getting.
Oh, you
because
don't.
you're gonna hang
I'm on
around
the
and
internet, and I
prospect.
got a
They're
CI
gonna hang around
trying
and
to
they're
get
gonna
in.
prospect. Your prospect ship should bring them in, and should handle all of that.
It's not too many strangers that I know of personally that join a motorcycle club. That's a complete stranger. They come around because now they get a bike and they
Or
remember
they
that
still
they
gotta
got.
hang around.
I
You just
understand
recruited
that.
them.
Listen to what I'm saying. You said something about social media. Yes or no? You said, should you
Recruited
recruit
from
on
social media be a recruitment tool?
And
Yeah.
I said no. Then I also said, because whatever folly that you just said, when you have a individual that you know or know of or someone knows, that is very different than somebody recruiting on the internet, when that person could be a CI or a confidential informant that you have no idea about.
Well, that's why you run background checks.
Who running the background checks?
A lot of
A
money.
lot of majors run background checks.
I want you to, hey, listen, I want you to join my motorcycle club. Hey, I know we might not do everything by the rules, but we're gonna have to do a background check on you.
Absolutely.
Get the F out of here,
A
man.
lot of the 1% clubs run background checks on your ass. You don't get in without a background check, and you pay for it. Hold on a second. We got someone calling in. What's up? The MC show. What's up, man?
What's happening with you, man? What's happening with y'all?
Good. What's up, man? You want to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to. First thing I wanted to say was, like Dragon, as far as with the bylaws, that's what I was really waiting. And I wanted to say, Black Dragons, you and me, you and I were both in the Navy, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we went down to the recruiter, signed up for the Navy, They didn't give us no bylaws, anything like that, telling us how boot camp was going to be, did they?
Well, yeah, absolutely. They gave us. I don't know what you got. I'm not stuttering, but I absolutely got a package that explained to me everything that was going to be going on.
They said, "Hey, we're going to do 50 push-ups. We're going to wake up at 6 o'clock."
That was telling you what time they was going to wake you up in the morning. You got a package telling you that when they threw all your shit out the locker and onto the floor and had you make your bed, that package told you all that, because I got the same package too.
Yeah, no, the package didn't tell me that they were going to throw all my shit on the floor. And I bet
it didn't tell you that if you had a picture of your sister, your girlfriend, they could have made lewd remarks on it. But they did
tell you, do not bring anything personal here, like a picture of your sister or your girlfriend. Didn't they tell you that?
Yeah, I got that part, but we're talking about the inner sanctum of boot camp. That you did not get a package telling you, or bylaws, or whatever you want to use it, telling you how boot camp was going to be. You didn't get that. You found out when you got there, or you heard it from other Navy veterans telling you how boot camp was going to be. Am I correct?
No, you're not correct. They absolutely told you what was going to happen to you at boot camp. You were going to be exercised. You were going to be exercised. You were going to be molded into a different person.
Look,
you're going to cut your hair off. These things were not new to me. Why was I not surprised by anything that happened to me in boot camp?
Because you heard what was going to happen to you from other people that have been through it. I mean, I'm not on this Black Dragon. Come on, brother.
Come on, bro. Black Dragon, I'm with him, bro. They didn't tell us jack doodoo.
Well, Air Force didn't even have a boot camp. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Look, I used to make a comment that said, if I ever see that daggone recruiter or that airman again.
Hold on. Logic is saying something. Go ahead, Logic.
I made a comment that said, if I ever was to see that A1C again that pulled me off that bus, jumped in my face, had me pick up my suitcase, throw it down, pick it up, throw it down, pick it up, call me all kinds of names. If I ever see him again, I'm going to jump on him. They didn't tell me that was going to happen.
No, they didn't tell you every step of what was going to happen in boot camp. I will agree with you on that. Some of the stuff you learned, like when you brought the picture of your girlfriend and they told you not to. Yeah, I saw a lot of people that they told not to do shit that had to learn the hard way.
Right.
But they told you everything that would get you in trouble before you even showed up there.
No, they didn't.
They just listen. If at best they just told you some general information, man.
This, because my thing is that everything that you need to know before you get them bylaws, your sponsor or the members tell you.
No, I wish that were true, but you got so many janky ass sponsors and members that don't even know the bylaws themselves.
Absolutely.
You got the blind leading the blind, so how the hell do they know anything? Hand me my bylaws, man, so I'll know what I'm responsible for.
And just like you have some clubs that have these prospects in their meetings, in their club meetings, that go church on church, which is crazy.
Prospects can be allowed in meetings. If a prospect is allowed in meetings, they don't get to speak. They speak through their sponsors. There's time when prospects have to come to a meeting, like when you're getting your ass handed to you, and you don't get to speak. You get to speak through your sponsor. So the sponsor speaks for you.
When we have meetings, they don't come into the meetings.
Prospects need to be outside, and they don't need to hear what the financials are going on.
Yeah, so there's a part there's a part in during the meeting where the prospects don't get to come in, but when it's time for the prospect to come in, the prospect is brought in with his sponsor, and the prospect is addressed, and the prospect speaks to the sponsor.
Man, when we have
Lavish is talking. Hold on, what'd you say, Lavish?
When we have prospects, probies, or whatever, they are not in our meeting. They're at the meeting. They're outside watching the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting outside. They're going to do a store run. They're going to do something that has nothing to do with a meeting. And the only time that they're in the meeting is if they are called in the meeting because of something that's
so the only time they're at the meeting, you just
not because we want them in here or after this, you leave out or this is you're not in the meeting.
Hold on. You can't hear. Hold on. Lavish is talking. Hold on. I'll bring you back on. Prospects there are times that a prospect will be at a meeting.
No, I never said they would not be times. The average,
Yeah.
most clubs, prospect, probie are not in a meeting. They have no reason to be in a meeting. They are told to be down there because we know that our members are going to be there and they need to know who's who. But they are to sit outside and watch the motorcycles or watch the cars.
For the most part, yes.
Go make their store runs. Go do whatever they need to do around the clubhouse. But they're not, you're in the meeting for this or that. Only time they are in a meeting is if it's a issue or a situation where the probie is called in to answer a question because of something that happened involving the probie.
Okay. All right. Finish up MC show so we can move on. We're about to shut down here.
All right, that's all I wanted to call in, man. Yeah, have a great show, y'all.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All right.
Black Dragon,
MacGyver said something very interesting.
I'm getting texts and everything. They said Black Dragon need to stop. Daggone well, he wasn't told what was it going to be like in boot camp. He said he's just trying to make things interesting. Daggone well, he wasn't told. There's a whole lot of military people on here, bro. Daggone well. I don't care what branch you was in.
They didn't tell us everything.
They didn't tell us nothing. They didn't tell you nothing. You come in and find out. Shoot.
Whoever that is, send them a message back. You got Black Dragon coughing. Oh my goodness. Send them a message back.
Somebody said in the chat, they said, I hope you guys are wearing boots because BD is showing me some crap. we go to boot camp blind.
There you go. My own club,
how it was done that
my
day.
own Navy submarine brother right here. The Blue Jackets manual gave plenty of access to how the Navy functions. Boot camp is only the process to become a member of the Navy. Thank you, Blue Jackets manual. Thank you.
Where did you get it?
We were given the manual in boot camp.
What did that manual tell you about the Navy once you become permanent party, or did that manual tell you what they was going to do to you in boot camp?
It told you everything you needed to, how the Navy worked.
Did it tell, was that permanent party or was that boot camp?
The purpose of the Navy is to protect
definitely wasn't boot camp.
To project power.
It wasn't boot camp.
Huh?
You had to when you got into boot camp. Not only did they train, not only did you do physical training, they trained you about the job or the branch that you was going to be in. They had to. That was the job. You was there.
They had
to tell you. You
Blue Jackets manual, and that was the bylaws, and we got them while at boot camp.
Okay, so when you got to your first duty station, well, I forgot you was in the submarine, you was under the water. But when you got to your first duty station,
it was still a duty station.
Okay, did they have to teach you anymore? Did you have regs?
Yeah.
Did you have regs? Did you get those regs in boot camp?
It was called the SORM.
Did you SORM whatever? Did you get those regs in boot camp?
The ship's operational regulation.
Did you get them in boot camp?
No, you can't get the SORM in boot camp.
Until when?
Until you get on the ship.
Case in point.
No,
proven.
no, that's not
case in point. Proven. Move on.
You're getting you're getting a manual everywhere you go.
Going to a missile silo, being a Air Force member at a missile silo. You did not get the regs
two comrades in a missile silo for 6 months.
To a missile silo while you
go come in out couples. Yeah.
You didn't get it until you got there. Anyway, back to I know we got to go, but the advertising thing. This is my opinion. I know Laviscape is my opinion. I don't see, and because we're a newer organization, our motorcycle ministry is a newer organization. And we haven't done this, but I've seen this done with RCs, that they invite people to come and ride with them. I have learned, I've just now seen this in the past year or so. The way I was taught coming up in understanding protocol is that you don't advertise. If people want to be a part of you, especially if you're an older organization, people will see you and they will inquire. They will inquire about the organization, or they'll read about it on their own. Now we're in this new generation. We're in 2026. Social media, AI is like the norm now. I don't think there's anything wrong with inviting people to come on a ride with you. That's my opinion.
No, I don't think that's nothing wrong. You know, come on a ride. Hey, you want to come ride with us? Hey, we going out here. You know, especially if you already know people. I mean, you know, like I said earlier, you know, we all can be in a motorcycle club, and you get a friend of yours that you know, and they get a motorcycle. They probably gonna reach out and call you, and you're gonna say, "Hey, well, you know, we over here, man. Come ride over here," and they're gonna welcome you and bring you into this type of, you know, environment, and then it goes from there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, one of the best ways I'm looking at what Eric said is advertise or recruit is to make yourself visible. And I think that to make yourself visible, I'm not sure if you agree with it or not, is when you make yourself visible is being out there.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
being out there.
But I believe in recruiting on social media. I absolutely believe in
I
it.
think Black Dragon, man, I just think that, you know, we is not gonna agree on. I think that I'm not saying this to diss you or anything.
Yes, you are.
I just think that you're on the softer side of a biker, you know, being a biker.
Yeah, because you don't agree with me.
Where I'm from, or the environment I come from.
I put biker clubs where you're from, so
No, I didn't say that.
Damn soft to make that happen.
It didn't say that.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little softer. I'm a grandfather now.
I'm saying because
I'm a great grandfather.
Wow,
great grandfather, Logic?
Yeah, I'm a great grandfather.
Oh,
congratulations.
Man.
I'm certainly not as hard as I was when I was a young lavish out there building clubs and throwing people out for no reason and stuff like that. I wish I could go back.
No, but it's not about going back. It's the foundation. Once the foundation is built, then the foundation stay the same.
I wish I could go back to that younger Black Dragon.
Once you start changing the foundation, it waters everything down.
No, it doesn't. Change is inevitable, my friend. It is inevitable.
I understand. Change is inevitable, but you got certain foundations that are, when you build a house, how do you build a house? That has not changed.
Well, it absolutely
when you build the foundation of the house, it has not changed.
Well, it absolutely has changed.
Everything else outside of the house being
like
built,
they used to. They had a whole apartment complex fall down in Florida. So.
All right, I guess you're right there. I see things. I see things. I see that the structure is always going to be the same. Now, once you get inside of it, things can change around within, but you still have the same hardcore base.
All right.
And the base doesn't change.
So the house is built exactly the same if you want it to last. The foundation is there. But I promise you, nobody's communicating with smoke signals anymore. If you're communicating with smoke signals, then you're not getting no messages out at night, no messages out in the rain. It ain't happening. Now people are communicating using the teletype, and then it was the telegraph, and then it was the teletype, and then it was social media. It was phones.
I'm still going to stick on the motorcycle club.
You ain't getting smoke signals, and you're not playing CDs anymore.
I understand that, but the music is still the same. The way that you get the music is different, but the way the music is made is still the same.
When was the last time you been in a music store?
The music store. I was in Guitar Center.
Guitar Center's not a music store.
They sell records. Technically, they sell records. If you want to be technical,
I have never seen a record in the Guitar Center. I don't think so, bro.
They have records in the Guitar Center.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, they have records in the Guitar Center.
No, they don't. I don't think they have.
I haven't been there in a while, so
I'm telling you, I'm at Guitar Center every week. I tow for them. But the point of saying that they still have records is it doesn't matter. The music is distributed different.
Oh my God.
However, the artist still has to stand in front of a microphone. The artist still has to be in a soundproof room for the best audio. So the structure of making the music is still the same.
No, you don't even need a studio anymore. You can make a music right here at this desk.
You still have to have the same stuff. You still have to have the same stuff around to make the music. You still have to be present. You still have to use your voice. I'm just speaking on myself. I just feel like when you say, "Oh, I can get on the internet and advertise for a motorcycle,"
He had to look it up. He had to look it up, Lavish. He had to look it up. He
told the guy.
Lavish, you need a board like mine. You need a board like mine, Lavish. Like how many times he lost to your
Hey, they are using AI.
Yes, Guitar Center sells a significant selection of vinyl records, including new and used.
I'm not going to say something that I don't know unless I say I'm not sure.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize.
And to be quite honest with you, in a lot of ways, I am stuck on the way that the old stuff was because it worked. It worked.
Yeah.
You got into a fight at a motorcycle club, the whole world didn't know about it. You get into a fight.
They do now.
Yeah, they do now. You heard what happened over there?
Yeah,
you heard what happened? Hey, it was going down. For real? Look, here go the video right here. Hey, send it to me. Hey, I just got off the phone with Lavish, man. He said it was going down. For real. I got the video. I'm about to send it to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it all changes, and I being an engineer by heart, spirit, and trade, I believe in embracing technology. I believe in it. There are people that say, "Hey, man, I don't believe in AI, this, that, and the other." If you're not using AI to make shit happen, you're dumb. You're behind the curve. You ain't making no money. I believe in significant improvements. I believe in the internet over smoke signals. I believe in the power of social media, the power to own your own dialogue, the power to own your own conversation, the power to control your own narrative. If you run from that, it'll destroy you, it'll eat you up. People are using that, and they're using it to get ahead, and you should use it to get ahead as well. It doesn't water down the traditions of the MC. In fact, it strengthens them, makes it better, and launches you tenfold.
Let me say this, and this is probably going to go against what I just said earlier, but let me say this. I've seen, because I guess I'm more passionate about my fraternity than I am anything else. I've seen advertisement on Facebook and certain things done on Facebook, funny videos about a fraternity that just turns my stomach. And I'm like, I'm still in I don't even like that ask one, be one. To be one, ask one. I don't even like that. But in our fraternity, if you want to join our fraternity, you need to know somebody in our fraternity to come up and ask about a fraternity. I don't think our stuff should be broadcast on social media. Now that's me. So I guess I'm just, just going back on what I said about the motorcycle set. But that's just, I just want to throw that in there because it just popped into my head. Like, because I just saw something I just saw something pop up, and I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Why are these people keeping score? Ouch.
Yeah, man, you be kind of wrong with a lot of stuff, man.
Right, I got 104. I know I got 107 Sprite.
you gotta be wrong about a lot of stuff, man. Yeah. I think what happens is that you use so much verbiage to cover it up that people forget to even really go back and they up on it, man.
They seem to be up on it to me. But anyway,
at least they stop calling you Spoon. Look, he gave it. You went right over the part where they told, after I said the thing about the regs and everything, and they said that was good logic. I said, yeah, I know. That's why they called me logic.
I didn't mean to go over that. You know what? After today, I'm gonna take you in the thing and train you, and you'll be able to do this, and you'll be connected as an admin, and you'll be able to click on whatever it is you want to see and you find important. Okay, so we're going to change that for the new year. You'll be Mike Ball on us. All right, I think
I'm gonna be logic.
You know what I meant. Okay, I think that we you'll be logic with the Mike Ball powers.
He said Detroit likes stuff the way it was. I think it's just me.
There you go. This Smith said it. I'll say it again. Very logical logic. I see you got.
No, I can't find that. I don't see where that.
Oh, you just took it off the screen. I see. I see how you are. I see how you are. I see how you are.
My sponsor says OPSEC. Keep OPSEC in mind. Operational security.
Well, okay, what do you mean by that? You don't want to, you know.
Well, what did he mean by it?
No, he's talking to you. What does OPSEC mean?
No, he said that to everybody. He put it on the thing.
What does OPSEC mean?
Operational security.
What does
you know what it means?
What? Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. All right, we got an hour. Oh my God, an hour and 20 minutes. It's time to go.
Spoons and Spudges. Spudges.
I'm glad she remembered your name too. Black Dragon, you thinking outside the box, and it's hard.
For him to think outside the box.
Oh, somebody gave me a shout out for the movie Biker Boys. I really appreciate that. Real quick, Black Dragon, I enjoyed seeing your cameo in the movie Biker Boys. I crack up seeing you looking real mean. You did that, big bro. The movie is my top 20 best all time. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
I mean,
Also,
what he just said was longer than the clip of you in the movie.
Laughing.
I was sitting there. I was like, man, is this another part that I didn't see?
Black Dragon said.
I was actually in the movie.
And the camera quickly panned.
I was actually in the movie about 30 or 40 times, and they were all about that short. They all equal to less
Did you
than a
say you
minute.
was in the part where they was out there and doing the bike wash? Were you in that part too?
Yes.
I didn't see you in that part. I went back to look at it. I couldn't find you.
I was in the bike wash. I was the guy that Lawrence Fishburne came and hugged with the cutie standing next to him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back and look at it again.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you looked younger back then. So
I made sure to be in every place and every scene in that movie. Damn near, you'll see a Black Dragon somewhere in the background.
No, we
were
said
you out there when they was about was you out there when they was doing the race at the
at the bridge? Yes, I was there.
Man, I meant to ask you if I haven't asked before. I know we gotta get off, but how did y'all get that past y'all organization to let actors wear y'all patch?
Oh man, it was, we got to do a whole show on that, but not just our organization, but every club. But we did a few things. Like there was even a ceremony where those guys were kind of like honorarily patched in for the movie. There was a whole lot that went on.
The Chosen Few had some in there too, right?
Yeah, so there was like an honorary, there was discussions that were had with the actors, how they were supposed to behave in the cuts. I mean, it was not an easy thing. And it was worked out with the magic of the two executive producers and myself explaining to them the protocols and how everything worked, and we worked it out. We got it worked out.
But star power influence it a lot too.
Did
the star power influence it a lot? Or
not that part. They didn't give a damn.
They did. Okay.
And there were a lot of clubs that refused to be in the movie, such as the Buffalo Soldiers and the unknown bikers, unknown riders, because the movie was going to be called The Unknown Riders, and the Unknown Riders would not give us permission to use that name. So there was a lot.
There was one scene that I
politics.
Still learning. When it came out, I definitely was learning. There was one scene that when I saw it, I said, "That would never happen." And that's when during that race, with the white kid went up and jumped in that dude from Chosen Few and called him all kinds of names and blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I'm like, man, that would never happen, bro. I could have seen his face splattered all over. I
mean, for that time frame, especially for that time.
Exactly. I was like, what?
You have to understand that Hollywood has creative license, and they like to spice things up and make things. That's the Hollywood aspect of anything that you're going to go into.
And I know it was about a race. The scene was about a race, but it was just the way he approached that club member, and he was an independent at the time. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to admit that when you're racing,
there's a lot of noise.
Shit gets talked.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise talk.
So that wasn't really that really wasn't about a club thing. It would have happened at any racetrack, no matter what you were. The Hells Angels had a race team. People wasn't afraid to walk up to that guy and be like, "You don't know how to race," and blah blah blah, just because he was a Hells Angel. Racing comes with its brand.
It comes with its trash talking. I love it. I love it.
Right. Okay. But I'm saying at that time, I'm like, nah, that would never happened. So yeah, okay. That was my question. That's all.
But I gotta go back, man, because I wouldn't be Detroit if I didn't even mention this. Jay says Detroit loves to keep things the same way. That's why it has so many abandoned buildings. Detroit.
They don't have any abandoned buildings anymore, do they?
No, they don't have that anymore. But however, Detroit has abandoned buildings or had abandoned buildings because when you got out of towners that come out from out of town and they might say something inappropriate, a lot of Detroiters know how to store them in those buildings. Facts.
Yeah, they don't have those abandoned buildings.
I'm always gonna speak up for my city, man. We don't be playing around, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of those abandoned buildings, we done bought them up.
They bought those abandoned buildings up, bro.
Because I own real estate. A lot of other people, we got down when the real estate was low. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the other investors that came in. So it ain't, if you just listening to what the internet is showing you and all that stuff, you're in the world of trouble. But we definitely could show some people what those are.
Lavish T. Williams is not a part of that industry.
No. I'm not at all. I'm not at all.
He's just talking about things that he's heard of around Detroit.
All types of things, man. All of those types. Listen, you can take the guy out the hood, but it's hard to take the hood out the guy. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit versus everybody.
All right then. Well, cowabunga. All right. So we will be moving on, and we will see you guys tomorrow. But this was a lively discussion.
Not tomorrow.
What is today? Friday?
It's Friday.
That's what I'm talking about, Jay. Detroit royalty, baby. If you are, it's Detroit guys, man. I'm just saying, man. We a different breed, but I ain't saying nobody else from another city here. So I'm only speaking from Detroit because I'm Detroit, Puritan Avenue. Always.
You don't even live there no more.
I still live on Puritan Avenue. They asked me why I don't move. I'm comfortable here. Everything that moves, I know about.
Okay. I was looking for some holes in your game.
No, man, I'm still Puritan Avenue, tow truck in front. The world know where I'm at.
All right. Okay.
Listen. I can come stand in front of my house. 2 neighbors calling. There's somebody standing in front of your house. Oh, okay. I know.
Look,
there's a car that just pulled up in your driveway. I can't get that in a new neighborhood.
Look. Back in the day, get a phone call. Yo, D, what's up? Don't go out the front door, bro. I know somebody knocking on your door. Don't go out the front door, bro. They got you. I said, really? He said, just chill. We on our way. All right.
Hey, listen, my neighbors is like this. We get on the phone. Hey, it's a red van sitting down the street. It's been sitting down there running for the last 30 minutes. Yeah, let me go check and see.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I seen that van over there the other day. I think it's that new girl over there. She be having these dudes running in and out. Hey, we know everything that's moving.
That's all right.
What's that phrase? I learned this. I learned this phrase from the set, and I adopted it. Said, man, ain't nothing but a phone call.
It ain't nothing.
I said, I like that.
But here's the thing. I've been in my neighborhood all my life, so it's a little different. Like, I'm the older guy who's out with my peers' parents standing in the middle of the street, and we ain't being secretive about it or nothing. we out there like that in the middle of the street. This one of those domestic disputes. We all standing right there in the middle of the street, arms folded, talking about it. Like, yeah, we knew something was gonna happen. Did you see the way that car pulled up?
They the new old schoolers.
We out there. We out there like, and then they got the nerve to leave a garbage can off for 2 days.
Yo, Lavish, on the real, I was talking to 2 of my partners from our block. And I said, you know what? It's a shame that we did move away. It's like about our whole block. There's only like 4 families that still own homes on that block, right? And so I'll go back and my homegirl across the street came home. I said, could you imagine we all stayed here? And if there was the jobs and everything, the market was better up there. If we all would have stayed here, we would have became our parents on the block. Derek should have been up there on that top porch looking down. I said, yeah, looking down the block. I know who's coming on the block, who's leaving the block, who's going down the one way, who made a shortcut between the houses and jumped to get to the other block.
Listen, listen, Lodge, let me tell you, and I don't exaggerate. I'm not making this stuff up. I can get a phone call from one of my neighbors and they ask, hey, are you in the window? Because they know, I be in my window. I heard a car go down the street. Okay, yeah, I'm in the window. I see it. Yeah. Okay. I see it. Oh, he kicked her out the car. I see. Hold on. They arguing. Hold on, they done moved. You get in your window. What can you see? Because I can't see.
You see?
I can't see. Hold on, they walking back. Okay.
And you just standing in the middle of the window.
I'm in the window. Look, I'm going from one window. Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, God, dog.
I know they did that on your block too, Black Dragon.
Come on, man.
They
Those
did.
parents knew every man. I had. Let me tell y'all something. Now this is old school. I was a pastor. I was a kid. My mom's wasn't home, and I snuck this girl in the house, and this, that, the other. Next thing you know, Mom West from down the street knocking on the door. Daryl, now you know, Connie will kill you. I was like, what? To get that girl? Like, you live down the block. We know everything. We see everything.
I done told a few cars off John R. I can't say what street. I'm going off of J. I can't say what street. I can't say what street, but I'd have been up and down John R.
Somebody said this is
8 Mile all the way down to Mac. Actually, to 75.
This Miss said this is the way to bring in the new year. They love the show.
Oh man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, because y'all won't let the show go. Hour and 33 minutes, y'all.
No, man, I got to talking about. I'm thinking about the memories, man. Logic, I'm on my block. We got about 10 original people that's still on my block from when I grew up.
Wow.
Meaning, and 10, when I say original, meaning that, like, I'm original. However, my grandparents died. I'm still here though, and we still got about 10 other people. We still have family houses.
Yeah.
And then you have the few new neighbors, and then you have the renters.
The renter.
Everybody can tell.
The renters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the renters.
You got the renters. Yeah.
We got the renters. Because the renters are the ones that we in the window looking at.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard, even though I'm displaced from my hood. It's hard to go back to your block, knowing how your block was, and you see the renters, and you see what they doing. I'm staring. These people live 2 doors down from my house, and I'm staring at them walking down the street. They blocking up the sidewalk, so I'm cutting all through them. My brother come out the house. Yo, D. I said, man, who are that? Oh, I said, that Miss Sue. How Miss Sue still own the house? Yeah. She rented them? Yeah. I said, I don't like the way they sitting on the sidewalk. Yo, D, man, you don't live here no more.
Man, listen, we got the renters, you can tell. Mm-hmm. And then you have the new people that just moved over. They don't really talk too much. They just, do them. And then you have the people that been on the block. Those are the ones that will walk down, talk while we water in the grass. You see, hey, what's going on? I see you over there working in that garden.
Right.
We have those conversations. We stopping in the middle of the street talking. Hey, Miss Smith, she's sick.
Oh no, we wasn't a renter. We own our house. No, we own our house. My brother's still staying at the same house we grew up in.
Yeah, you've told me that.
No, so my Mama Iron Ranger had said Logic was a renter.
Where? Is it
Some of these
updated?
houses,
I
like
haven't
if I moved out of state somewhere, like everybody that I know that moved out of state, that moved out of Detroit, they are renting, most of them, and what they're paying for rent, I'd be like, God, dog, you got all this space, newly constructed home, subdivision.
Thought you said once. Oh, well, I'm renting. Okay, Mama Range, I know you're talking about this house that I'm in now. We're renting this house because it costs a lot of money to build a ranch.
It can.
I watch those homesteading videos and I like those things, but they doing stuff that the kid ain't doing. Too old for all that. These are 20 and 30-year-olds. I'm getting my house built. It's gonna look good, and I'm gonna move in.
I'm too old to homestead and dig my house out of the ground. Hell no.
yes, ma'am. I did say I'm renting here. Yeah. So, and like Lavish said, but look, the money I pay for rent here. We ain't gonna get on that subject. We can.
Man, I got so many of my friends, man, that they moved out, and I applaud them for moving. I own my house, so I'm kind of stuck on not having to pay a mortgage. But when I go to their houses, when I go visit them,
did you hear Lavish say that he, at 40-some years old, has his house completely paid off? Did y'all miss that?
So I've heard that to be a big deal in a lot of places. In Detroit, that's not a big deal. You got people in their 20s that own their houses.
That's a big deal in a lot of places.
I know. I know people in California that live in houses smaller than my house, and they're like, "Yeah, this house is $500,000." I'm like, "What is? What is
the house?"
And I'm like, "This house is only like
that's
900 square feet.
That's an average
1,200 square feet.
That's an average.
You see that? I don't know if y'all watch it, but me and my wife will sit and watch those. I won $1 million. I'm buying a house and everything. And I'm in Texas. Everything is big here. So they go through and they say, "Oh, that's a big closet." I be said, they lying. I said, that sucker ain't big. I said, what? You paying how much? You paying what? $800,000 for that closet?
And I just seen some houses in I don't know the cities, but I just seen some in Texas, Idaho, Arizona, and for the cost, for the size that you get, man, I would definitely live in one of those houses, because you're not getting one of those houses in Detroit for that kind of.
That's why a lot of people from California, and especially the area where I live at, this area is blowing up. It used to be a small town, it's blowing up because they said there's a whole 2 areas they built, 2 whole communities just with people coming from California, because they'll sell a house there for can buy 3 houses
for $1 million and come over here, and a $200,000 house would be that.
Right.
What they had. And Mike Ball's parents did it. Mike Ball's parents sold their house in California and bought a palatial effing estate in Alabama. And I went there for and with a 10-acre lake and everything on it. A main house, subsequent subsidiary houses, a place on there for my RV. Hey, Dragon, come bring your RV. Stay for as long as you want. Right there.
If somebody offered me the right money for one of my properties, one of my buildings, I would move rural. Yeah, I would. I never would. I never said I would before, because I always wanted to be in the inner city. But once I started visiting people that moved rural and have land, and the space and just the environment, I'm like, God, dog, I should have been did this myself, man. They coming out. Me, I'm just thinking about, I can actually have my horse at my own place. I can have a garage big enough to park my tow truck in.
Cool shit in it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can have so much stuff with privacy. I'm secluded from everybody. I mean, I don't went out to people and they're hunting on their land.
They're hunting on their own property. Yep.
They're going out there and they're doing target practicing on their own land. They don't have no one to bother them.
Right.
And You know, you can go out on your porch nude.
Yep.
They got their own chickens and gardens.
That's what we gotta have our own. We gotta have chickens, and I said I'm gonna have chickens, 2 types, egg laying and meat chickens, and I'll get about 3 or cows.
Mm-hmm.
I know people that got they go out and they buy their lambs and they got their chickens and they got their cow and they say, and I'm like, man, what you doing with this? Oh man, I had went to the auction and I had got this and I got this. I got these chickens. Lavish, you got to try some of these eggs, these fresh eggs, man.
Mm-hmm.
They totally different. I'm like, so what you doing with the lamb? And I'm learning this stuff, you know. I'm just like, man,
Right.
And they like, man, you don't get it. I'm like, what? Like this lamb, instead of me going to the market buying and spending all my money, this whole lamb, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna have it cut up, and this is gonna last me.
You don't have to take it. They got a guy that'll come straight out to your house, to your property. He will slaughter your animal, cut it up, stick it, give it to you to stick in your freezer, and you don't have to go anywhere. They come.
I'd rather have it processed and let them freeze it, and all I gotta do is put it in my deep freezer.
Yeah, they do that for you right there on the spot.
Yeah,
right
they got, you know, I didn't know about, you know, that part, but I'm sure they do. And I'm listening to like all of these different people, the way they're living. I think this one guy, I don't know if it's current now, but at the time he told me that he'll go out and get a cow for $800. I don't know what the cost of a cow is now. I don't know if, you know, that was expensive back then, that was cheap, if it's higher now.
Feed him for a year.
Correct.
Your camera is blurry, man, messing up my eyes there.
Oh, my camera?
Yeah. I thought something on my eyes. I look down at Lavish. He's clear. I look up at you. He's blurry. I'm like, what's wrong with my eyes? But yeah, Lavish, it's the thing to do, man. That's why. And people, you know, they laugh at me when I told my peeps back in New York. They said, man, what you know about the country? I said, absolutely nothing, but I know how to learn.
Yeah.
I watched a whole lot of these shows. Trust
and I mean, for the piece of man that you know these people are getting. I mean, God, dog, I wish that when the housing market was low, that my maturity and my mindset would have been where it's at now then. Because I could have easily bought 20 acres of land very cheap and only been about 30, 45 minutes away from Detroit and still have access to the freeways.
Right.
You know, now the acre of land, you know, you got some people selling it quote unquote low for $80,000.
Somebody said something about Tennessee. I think it was it's talking about how their area tripled, and that's what's happening out here where I'm living at right now. A lot of people, and I'm not dogging out people from California. I just know this is what's going on around here in this area. They said a lot of these houses they building now, the builder, they're raising the prices to like 2 to 3 times what they would normally sell them because they know that people from California can afford them. But then that has a trickle effect on other people in other neighborhoods. Now you bought you a house for $500K. Now your house is valued at $7,000, and they're like, "Oh, that's great." Now have you got to pay taxes?
And they drove up the prices of all the houses in the neighborhood.
Yes. Now you have a house that, I mean, your area is worth $7K plus. Like around the block from me, 2 blocks over, there's houses that's 1.2 million, but they're sitting on 2 acres of land.
Lavish towing.
6,500 square foot house, 2 acres of land, 1.2, 1.3, $2.1 million. And that's not too far from where I'm living at. And give y'all an example, 4 blocks away from me, if y'all remember the show Dallas, South Florida, I live 4 blocks away from that range. Right. Yeah, I live 4 blocks.
That was the big show in the day, the big money back then.
Yeah.
Yes, goodness.
But yeah, man, when I get the ranch picture, you and Lavish got to come out. And, you know,
oh man, I'd love to come out and hang out on the ranch. And to be honest with you, I'm looking for I'm looking to get a ranch myself. I've been on that mission for a minute, and unfortunately, the prices of stuff in Atlanta have gone up, so it's probably going to be somewhere
Yeah, my friends,
away from Atlanta.
a
Maybe
lot of my
Macon.
friends moved from upstate down to the Atlanta area, not in Atlanta, but Atlanta area. My best friend's mom, she's a mom. They own a house on the block back in New York, and I went to their house, and I think their house is about an acre, nice big house. And they said, but when they moved there, it was dirt cheap. They said, no, this, and Mama said, she said, Daryl, we couldn't buy this house at the price it is now. From what we if we would have waited this late. I was like, wow. I said, oh. They said, yeah, the prices of houses went up crazy out there.
All right, it's 12 o'clock, y'all. We've been on this damn thing an hour and 45 minutes.
We're having fun, man. It's New Year's show, man.
Well, you know what, Logic? I was giving him his time because the other day he was whining about, well, if I can talk the way that I talk, and because I take all day to talk and say stuff and everything, if I want to sit on the show for an hour or hour and a half or 2 hours,
it's my show.
It's my show, and I can't change the way that I talk. I was giving him his 2 hours. I was giving him his hour and a half, his 2 hours. I didn't want to hear him complain about me talking about, come on, shorten it up, man. You get long-winded. I just wanted to give him his moment to, and I can't help it. And who says I have to talk for 5 minutes? I don't talk like that. You said that, Lavish.
I don't talk like that.
Who said that? So I'm not going to get on here. And who makes that stuff up? Hold on. Tia has something to say. My Tia on the phone.
He got you on there, bro. He got you, Doc. He got you, Doc. He got you, Doc. He got you.
Okay, all right. That was you heard it from my Tia. My Tia.
Your feed is now officially cut.
You can't get mad, Doc. Look, he had you right there. He had you right there, bro. Yeah. People come on my show to hear me talk. Oh my goodness.
New Year, I said, listen, if he wants to sit out here for an hour, 47 minutes, if he wants to give a 30-minute intro, let this man do his thing.
Because you ain't gonna be able to stop. Because it's my show.
Oh my God. I need something to drink.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me show you this. I probably showed y'all this before. Let me see if I can get a better picture. Then we can go. Is it this one? Nah, that's not the one I want. Is it this one? Nah, that's too low. I'll just do this one. I don't show it all.
Man, you got me so red and hot, I'm sweating, man.
Okay. Look. I don't want an image file. I want to share a screen. Share a screen. Window. This one. Share. Look at that. That's part of my property.
Oh, wow.
All of this, all the way here. It goes beyond this picture.
It looks like Texas.
That's part of my
Do you got city water or well water?
City water.
Oh, that's even better.
The thing about this is, and my realtor said, Mr. Turner, how did you find this? I said, it had to be God. This property right there, as you can see, as far as you can see back there, the smallest lot is 5 acres, right? This is behind a wall. Then I'm gonna build me a gate. So you got to come through a gate and then go find your way to the property and then go through another gate just to get to my property. They built a community of ranches, and it's awesome. You got a clubhouse, you got all that stuff, but that's on the other side by the lake. This right here, I'm across the street from the lake. And actually this part right in here, this part up here and this part up here, they just came for sale. And I told my family, I want to buy all this. So we'll have this whole cul-de-sac. And then I'm going to ask the city, I know they're going to tell me no, can I put a gate right there? But they're going to say no because they own this.
They may say no, they may not.
But I can change the name. I'll change the name of the street though.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
That's some pretty cool dope
And then
stuff.
and then look, to your point, Lavish, there's a time that I say Walmart is about 30 minutes, but there's a store, a shopping store that's about 10 minutes down the road. And the guy says, all the meat you buy out of here is not Walmart meat. He said there's local ranchers out here that sell their chicken, their beef. He said you will get fresh meat. And then once you grow your own stuff, you can make a thing with the store to see if you can sell your meat in there.
Do you have an HOA or POA?
I've been trying to sell
I
my
do
meat
have
for some time because I got
no one wants to buy your meat. No one wants to buy your meat.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, when it comes down to that. But these
I have
they're quite different.
I have a POA, but I did a video. It's on my our Turn the Clan YouTube channel. I got another YouTube channel and talked about our POA. A lot of people don't want to go to HOA or POA, and the reason why, they don't know the rules. I read the rules. I dissected the rules. There's nothing in their rules that's going to prevent me from doing what I want out there. I have another piece of property.
What is a POA? I know what an HOA is.
It's property. This is property instead of home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got mofos walking around telling you what you can do on your property.
Well, in our area, I understand it. Now, I don't like where I'm at now. I can't stand their HOA. But out there, the POA is, like I said, there's a gate. They take care of the gate. There's a cabin. They take care of the cabin. There's a clubhouse. They take care of the clubhouse. We got free boat docks and everything. Now, as far as coming out here, since there's other ranches near you, they don't want you out there shooting your gun and it goes and hits your neighbor, because there's neighbors out there. Even though they 5 acres away, a bullet going to keep going.
It can, yes.
Yeah. I see. And like one of the rules is,
but if I'm living out there, I want to be able to shoot on my own land. Come on, man. Get out of here.
If you put lights up, one of the rules is, if you put lights up, just don't shine your light into your neighbor's property. I can deal with that. I don't have to have my light shining over into your property. You see what I'm saying? I love the political thing. They say you can only put up political signs during election.
I don't want to be like when I speak on going rural, I don't want to deal with nobody. I want to
and there's areas like that.
You need to go rural.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with. I got to talk to anybody. I just want to pay my taxes, pay my bills, leave me alone. I don't want to be a part of.
There's less and less places like that, Lavish. That less and less places. The more humans that are coming, there's less and less places like that. You better go get it, because in 15 years they will have built up around you, and it won't even look like what it was. Somebody asked, what about Oklahoma City, where I'm from? And so Kingfisher, I would rather move to like Kingfisher. I wonder what that looks like now. It's been rural and beautiful my whole life. I wonder what something like that looks like now. I wonder if Oklahoma City has sprawled out now to Kingfisher, because they've taken everything around Dale City, Midwest City, Norman. It's just they've just taken it all. It's just all one big freeway, huh?
Show that picture while you're talking.
Okay.
This is the view that got my wife to buy the property.
Yeah. Yeah.
When she saw that. She said, "Put home."
She said, "Home."
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
That's gorgeous. That's absolutely gorgeous.
But yeah. But so I want to get out the city. And then if you want to, and it's a great bike riding out there. There's a great big road out there.
Did you mean to take did you mean to remove it, or did you want me to leave it out?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I clicked it off here. I'm glad ain't no bad pictures.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Well, it's on the internet, so it's it's public.
Right, that was Facebook anyway. So it's been an hour. We almost on here for 2 hours.
Hey,
Black Dragon wanted to make sure wanted to make sure Black Dragon got all his words out.
I'm just sit here as long as y'all want to be here.
And I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's Friday. It's the new year. I'm about to go get in this tow truck. I'm about to do some work. My phone is ringing right now, and yeah.
How many cars did you tow for poor people's cars and stuff?
Oh man, you know what, man? People were actually responsible, man. They wasn't drinking and driving. Instead, they were fighting and stuff, man, inside. I was looking at the videos. They were fighting all, at different New Year Eve parties. And they were driving responsibly though. I didn't get any DUI calls, no accidents, none of that. I was actually surprised. I was at the gas
You didn't like
station.
that though, did you? You didn't like that though.
No,
That's,
I
that
was
take
sitting
money
there
out
like,
your pocket.
wow. I'm at the gas station. Me and my guy at the gas station that works the midnight shift at the gas station. He like, man, it's that slow. I'm like, man, I'm surprised. Where's everybody at? I mean, I know they out, but
Right.
gosh. Yeah, they didn't call. I sat in the gas station, man, with my guy, man, just sitting there on the counter, just talking. It wasn't even many people coming in the gas station to pick up their smoking products or whatever else they get, man.
Nobody was buying Black and Miles.
No,
What?
Black and Miles, the
Do they
little
still
bump
sell
wraps
those?
and all that other
Do they
stuff
still
that
sell
they
Black
do.
and Miles?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Listen, y'all want to invite everyone because I said I'm gonna start doing this. Somebody told me I don't do it enough, and I tried to explain it away, but I'm gonna go ahead and start doing it every Sunday. If y'all don't go to church, I want y'all to tune into On the Porch Network, where you will hear a sermon from Solomon's Porch Church. We're on the move. Our theme this year is "It's High Time." It's either now or never.
What is it? On the what? What is
On
it?
the Porch Network.
That's the YouTube channel.
That's the YouTube channel.
Is it all one word?
On YouTube? Yeah, I think. I don't even know.
I need you to be sure. I'm getting ready to put it up.
Okay. No, it's three separate words, and you'll get there. On the Porch Network, you'll see the orange on the porch. Yeah, you'll see it on the porch. And
What
then, and we do 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and we also stream our Bible studies 7:30 p.m. Wednesday Central Standard Time. You can join into the Bible study.
Bible study, 7:30 p.m.
Yep, Central Standard Time, Wednesday. Question for Logic: Do you preach got your God, or go to Jesus to get your God?
That was ugly.
No, that's not ugly. Do you preach got your God, or go to Jesus to get to God? Well, our Christian belief is that you go through Jesus to get to God. God woos you by the Holy Spirit that brings you to his Son, who redeems you so that you can get back to the Father.
Oh, so you understood what he was saying.
What she was saying.
She was saying.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead there.
I understand, bro. Y'all didn't see my last video. I did a video and people got upset. Bikers got upset and called me not a biker, Lavish. I did a video and it says, and I was preaching. I said, let me make this clear. I am not a biker that just happened to be a pastor. I'm a pastor first because this is my calling. That just happens to be a biker. I said, I was pastoring and ministering way before God called me to the ministry to go to the bike community. And people got upset. I'm like, I can't help it. I said, if it came down to going on a ride or preaching, that ride have to wait.
Of course.
That's why I'm not in an MC. I never desired to be in an MC. I came to this motorcycle community to be in a Christian motorcycle club. Then I was educated, said I need to be in a motorcycle ministry. That was my whole, people's like, oh, why you start riding? That was my reason right there. But then I fell in love with the motorcycle. I fell in love with riding. My own sergeant at arms said, man, Logic, you just like to ride. I said, yeah, because I ride more than everybody. I'm not Christian, but I'm spiritual and still looking for a worship center here that I can relate to. Thank you for your honesty. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
She came by.
Inbox, go ahead and inbox. You can inbox me or email me dturner@porchville.org if you have any questions about a place around there. I don't know where you live at, and you don't have to put it out here. And just I can help you find a God-fearing church. You know, there's a lot of churches. I come just to let everybody know when y'all hear me say I'm an apologist. I defend spirituality. I defend bibliography. And I will come against a lot of teachings if they're not really biblical. And then I have my own opinion. People can agree to disagree, but there are a lot of brothers and sisters out there that are preaching in order to get people to follow them instead of following the Spirit of God. And I come against that. I don't need you following me. I don't need you. If I'm your pastor, don't put me in a seat that I don't deserve to sit in. I'm just a messenger. I need the same grace and mercy and love that you need. So that's what I teach. And at Bible study, we have a phrase that we go a little bit deeper. I will take you a little bit deeper into your understanding. And I welcome all questions from all faiths. A brother came to one time, can I bring my Quran? I said, bring it. I said, make sure you know it. Because I have one.
Make sure you know it. I might know it
Make
better
sure
than
you know it. Don't come saying, I'm going to go teach this Christian preacher something. Make sure you know your Quran, because that's what I'm going to teach you. So,
I'd hate to get my own Quran turned against me.
who said,
right.
I am becoming a deliverance minister. Amen. On the Porch Network. It's the best on YouTube. What you say? Amen. Yeah, the word does cut both ways.
Wow, these people are understanding you, my man. You know,
Like Lavish speaks the truth from where he is, and if we don't speak the truth from where we are, and can't stand to be corrected, then you don't need to be speaking the truth or your version of it.
You shouldn't be targeted like Dragon.
So what?
I said Logic shouldn't be targeted, singling Black Dragon out like that.
Listen, I want you guys to have a great Friday today.
I will, bro.
Can we go?
My chill day. It's my chill day. I don't even know why I'm working over here.
Today's your chill day. You're supposed to be at the cigar lounge. Anyway.
That's this afternoon. I'll go this afternoon.
Oh man.
I'll jump on the bike. I gotta get the bike all checked out. Hey, Lavish. I put this out to everybody. I don't know if you saw my prayer on my video. I said, I know it's a new year and everything. Hey, get your bike checked out. People put all these miles on their bike all last year, and then they ready to ride this year. And that bike ain't been to the shop, ain't had an oil change, no tires changed, nothing.
I gotta take my bike to the shop, man. I gotta get new lifters on my bike.
Yes.
I gotta get a new gasket on my bike. I gotta get something with the throttle body. I gotta get a new intake. It's dripping oils.
I swole. Hold on a second.
I got a fat bottom Betty right now.
Here you go, swole. I got one. Yeah, for all you bikers out to get y'all bikes checked out for real. That's on the real. Keep stay safe. We pray. I sent out a prayer for all bikers at the beginning of this year. My prayer is that we have no loss of life for bike accidents because of negligence and us taking care of our machines that we like to ride. That bike will ride, that bike will go as long as you take care of it. Don't ride your bike, need an oil change, then your engine seize up. Your tire got white stripes in it.
I gotta get a tire too.
See?
I do too. I gotta get a tire.
Listen, I changed the back tire, and let me tell you how. I need a front tire, and I'm sitting there in the rain. I'm on my way to Memphis, and I'm in the rain, and I'm feeling my bike slide a little bit. I'm like, man, something's just wrong with this bike, man. God, dog, it's always something. Not even paying attention to the fact, because I'm looking at my tread on the tire, but rubbing the tire, I got little dents and stuff on my tire, man. And I'm like, man, and it's on one side of the tire is smooth, the other side is all right. So I gotta look at my suspension, man. I gotta get all that stuff taken care of because I can't even burn rubber because when I grab a brake, the bike is sliding all over the place.
See, you gotta take care. You gotta take care of these machines. Oh, I got a bike, and you get 30 miles, and you're on the side of the road.
Call a lavish towing. Call a lavish towing.
Lavish towing, right?
Crying about how much it costs to get a tire. I ain't paying that much. I want to just call my boy. He got a trailer.
Hey, TRC, I read Malcolm X about 25, 30 years ago. I don't even remember much about the book anymore. I have to go back and reread it again.
You're right, Swole. Some people tire got dry rot.
Yeah.
They ain't riding in front of me. That's right.
All right, guys. I got to get some work done.
Let's start a whole new conversation. Let's go, man.
I know y'all got to get some work done too. All right, Lavish, you out first. Go.
Oh, man, I'm out. And that's just it, man. Happy New Year's the first weekend, man. Next year is down to business.
The proc. Don't forget the proc.
The proc is coming. Listen, so I just uploaded a video on my YouTube page. I just did that this morning. And this is just a recap video with just different interviews from the proc, which was in Atlanta back in January of last year, because now I was 26. And next weekend, they'll be doing their 26 proc, which would be in New Orleans. So I had to rush and get this video out. And I put it up there. It's just got, different people sharing their feedback and just, talking. I don't have a lot of dancing and videos and a lot of the stuff in the background. I just did interviews for the most part. So, go ahead, go to my YouTube page, Lavish T. Williams, and check it out. It's the newest video that I put out there. So the proc is coming. I won't make it down to the proc this year.
Oh.
If I was, it'd be literally flying in and flying right out. The weekend, you got keep in mind, I just became the elected official. And this weekend, this full week coming up, I'm going to be doing some commissioner work. And I'm not too sure what that will be. I know I got a meeting on Thursday. I also know I got a ceremony on that Friday. Cowboy, what's happening? Flint Boogie Down right there chiming in. I see you on Facebook. Yeah. Got to give a shout out to, one of my club members, Cowboy. And he moves around as well. It's no telling, we might pull up in the same location and in the same city and not even knew that we were going to be there. So shout out to him. But yeah. I'm gonna make it down there, but I'm hoping everybody go down there to the proc, have a good time. I know it's gonna be a hell of an event because it always is. For the the years that I've been down. Probably can take the camera off me.
You all up in here.
I just got it there. I'm like, okay, I'm done talking. I mean, what more do you want me to say?
I was on another screen, brother. Sorry.
Hey man, put Merlin 928 up on the screen so we know. I responded back to him, but that's my response to it. Go back.
Oh, Merlin said he was being confirmed. Right. I wasn't ignoring you. I showed it.
No, we got to speak on it, man. When somebody is doing something, getting something done, or being confirmed like this, that's a monumentous.
What does being confirmed mean?
Being confirmed, like I almost like when I left the Episcopal Church and we talking about salvation and everything, because I didn't know what salvation was. I'm being confirmed that I was confirmed as an acolyte. I was confirmed as a child of God after baptism within the Anglican Church. Well, not Anglican. He's the Anglican Church in the Episcopal Church. He's being confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
You looking it up?
No,
Oh, okay, because I know how you do.
I was waiting this time. No, I don't want to be wrong again. Hell no. I'm not looking up nothing else.
Let me hear. Is a baptized person makes a mature personal commitment to their faith.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because he's already a preacher.
Affirming promises made at baptism and receiving prayer and everything. So
Now, for those of you who don't know,
monumental occasion.
Hey, listen up, fellas. I got to get up out of here. I'm gonna go
All
ahead.
right, bro.
And go.
Peace.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm going
Have a
too.
good one. Check
I got
y'all
you,
out next week.
be careful out there.
It's 11:23.
Yeah, it's 12:23. Yes, it is. For those of you who don't know, Merlin is my executive producer. He's been with me for just about 10 years. So, geez. Louise. All right, brother. Let's get you out of here. Get you some outro music and action.
Yo, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Logic. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. New Year. You know what? Get out there and continue your growth from last year. We don't just stop and start. We continue our growth straight through to the new year. If you're out there riding in the beginning of the year, if you're out there on twos, if you're out there in the snow on a snowmobile up in the Northeast, remember these words: ride hard, ride safe, and always, always ride on faith and keep it logical. Peace.
And it's your boy Black Dragon. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, listen, get my new book. It is called Robert's Rules of Order for Motorcycle Clubs. Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs, man. Get that book. You just go over here to Amazon and type in Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs. Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs. And you will see my new book pop up on the screen. That's the hardcover. There's also the soft cover and, of course, the Kindle, man. So this is my brand new book, Robert's Rules for Motorcycle Clubs. In Motorcycle Clubs, church isn't just a meeting. It's where decisions are made. Brotherhood is tested in clubs, and the club's future is shaped. Too often, passion turns into chaos, shouting matches, rushed votes, politics, and resentment that tears the club apart. Robert's Rules of Order for Motorcycle Clubs, running church the right way, changes that. Written by Black Dragon, a former national president with nearly 40 years in a life, this book adapts the proven parliamentary system of Robert's Rules specifically for motorcycle clubs. You'll learn how to run fair, efficient meetings with clear structure, quorum, professional debate, proper motions, secret ballots for sensitive votes, and the sergeant at arms enforcing respect without fists. No more who yells loudest wins, no more illegitimate decisions or kangaroo courts, just real respect, real participation, and real communication, the foundation of lasting brotherhood. Whether you're the president, sergeant at arms, or a full patch tired of drama, this book gives you tools to make church something brothers can respect again. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and after today at blackdragonsgear.com. Take care, my friends. Be safe and always keep hope alive. Peace.